The first filter we're gonna go over in today's snipe filter video, man, is the center rockets cheapest filter, man. Put your position to center, set your color to dark matter. You want to put your team to the rockets, man. This filter is going absolutely crazy. Scroll your maximum bout up until you find the cheapest Dwight Howards on your console, man. What I strongly recommend is you scroll on the cheapest Dwight, man, just like this. Keep the cheapest one up. Grab Dwight if he pops up for 4,000 MT, 3,000 MT, cheaper than the cheapest one, and then sell it for profit. If any other card pops up, man, Ralph Sampson is way up in price. He's going for about 60,000. There's a little snipe right there. You really want him for like 9K and under. That's kind of mid. I just got excited. Dwight is popping up a ton, man, for 8K, 9K. Anyways, if Ralph pops up, grab him for any price point. If Titans Yao Ming pops up, Hero Yao Ming pops up, grab him for any price point, man. You also can enable this Dwight Howard if you want, man. It is kind of working. There's a chance you have to raise your minimum bid, man. What you want to do is buy Dwight Howard. I'm pretty sure I still have it set up. I do. So you're gonna buy Dwight Howard and find the cheapest Ralph Sampson on your console. You may need to raise your minimum bid up over the cheapest Dwights, man. So bring it to like 15K minimum bid. See, there we go. Ralph is going for 60K, man. Just like this. Scroll on the cheapest Ralph. Grab Yao if he pops up for any price point, and then obviously grab Ralph if he pops up for about 8,000 MT, cheaper than the cheapest one. W filter, whether you enable Dwight or sit on Dwight. Dwight is popping up a lot for cheap, guys. He's flying out of these packs, man. Before we get into the rest of the snipe filters, for the most reliable and cheapest 2k23 MT, hit up my sponsor at NBA2king.com and use code GRINDS for 5% off. Also, if you need any grinding services, contact Rose NBA on Twitter. The link is in the description. The next filter we're gonna go over is the dark matter radiant filter, man. Set your color to dark matter, put your theme to radiant. You're gonna scroll your maximum bout up until you find the cheapest David Robinson on your console, man. Again, I recommend you scroll because you do have Radiant Tracy McGrady, who is on this filter as well, who does go for like 25K, man. So scroll on the cheapest David Robinson, grab him for about 3,000 MT, cheaper than the cheapest one. So grab him for about 10K, 9,500, man. If Radiant T-Mac pops up for any price point, man, buy it as it is a snipe. The reason these filters are all so good is because now 2K has dropped every card is in these packs basically, except for the hero cards. So all the old season cards, man, you can pull them out of today's packs, man, which is a W. It's gonna make a lot of filters very, very good, man. So spend some time on this filter. The next filter we're gonna go over is the Nikola Jokic hard scope filter, man. Put your name to Nikola Jokic, put your color to dark matter. You're gonna scroll up your maximum buyout until you find the cheapest Jokic on your console. It's going for about 44,000 on Xbox, which is the out of position and the playoff one are the same price, man. What I would suggest is you scroll on the cheapest one, man. That one for 39 is gonna sell real quick. It already sold, I guess. Scroll on the cheapest Jokic, man. Grab Hero Jokic if it pops up for any price point on this filter, man. You can see Hero Jokic, out of position Jokic, playoff Jokic, man. If the playoff Jokic pops up with 55 hops on that scroll, you can maybe risk it, man, for any price point. He probably does sell for a little bit more expensive than the other ones. But otherwise, the only card you want to grab on the scroll is Hero Jokic if he pops up, as he is definitely more expensive. He sells for a bid. The next filter we're going to go over is the Mark Eaton hard scope filter, man. Put your name to Mark Eaton, put your color to dark matter. You're going to raise your maximum bout up until you find the cheapest Mark Eaton on your console. This one for 55K is kind of a snipe, man. He is selling pretty regularly for 60K. We'll see. That one should sell pretty darn quickly, I would imagine. If not, obviously just update your pricing. Basically what you want to do is find the cheapest one on your console, which right now is going for 55,000 MT. You're going to bring your maximum buyout down 10,000 MT, cheaper than the cheapest one, to make sure you get profit in case this price starts dropping or whatnot. Check the price as you're working this filter because he has been actually going up in price, man. So Mark Eaton, color dark matter, max buyout 45,000 MT right now if you're on Xbox, but just find the cheapest one and do 10,000 MT, cheaper than the cheapest one for your max buyout. The next filter we're gonna go over is the Invincible cheapest filter, man. I got a feeling this filter is gonna go crazy today. What you want to do is put your theme to Invincible. You're gonna raise your maximum buyout up until you find the cheapest Invincible on your console, which right now is Curry, going for about 60,000 MT on Xbox. As this filter sits right now, you can scroll on the cheapest Curry, grab Curry if he pops up for about 50,000 MT and below. And if any other Invincible pops up as of right now, you can snipe them, man. I scroll the next cheapest is gonna be Jalen Williams, who is still going for about 75,000, which is profit at 60k if he pops up for the scroll you're sitting on, man. So you can grab any card, any other invincible not named Curry. However, just monitor the pricing of the cards, man. You want to keep an eye out on Jabari Smith, Jalen Williams, Walker Kessler, man. Just monitor the pricing of those cards and make sure that they don't drop, so that way you don't want to snipe them for 60k and below. So if they drop to like 68k, you don't really want to snipe them for 60k. So just monitor the pricing of those cards. Obviously, if you see a a KP, a Shaq, an MJ, a Kobe, any of the hype, more expensive invincibles, pick them up on this scroll as well. Otherwise, just grab Curry for 50k and below. The next filter we're gonna go over is the dark matter, cheapest filter, man. Put your color to dark matter. You're gonna raise your maximum buyout up until you find the cheapest cards on your console, which it looks like on Xbox they are selling pretty quickly for about 46.50, man. What I strongly recommend is you bring your maximum buyout down to 4,000 MT. Just keep refreshing, snipe absolutely anything that pops up, and then make sure you check the price of who you snipe, man, because there are a lot of more expensive dark matters. If it's just the cheapest one, post, the cheapest is like 45, 4,600, man. Just post it up for 46.50 and let it sell, man. Just be careful on these guys. You need to look and see what the cheapest price is. You see how for 46.50 the longest card that's been up is 3 hours 56 minutes, which means they're selling every 5-10 minutes. If you search later on 46.50 and the time remaining is like 2 hours 30 minutes, they're not selling for that price quick enough for you to snipe them. So you need to lower your buyout until you find a short time where it's selling in like 15 minutes or less. You don't want to see this time longer than 3 hours 45 minutes remaining. Otherwise, they're not going to sell quick enough at that price point. But right now it looks like 46.50. They are selling pretty quickly, man. The next filter we're gonna go over is the cheapest all filter. We haven't gone over this filter in a while, man. No color, no position, no theme, no nothing, man. Just scroll down to your maximum buyout. You want to raise this up till you find the cheapest cards on your console, which looks like they are all selling for 850 MT, man. 800 MT you could do. What you want to do is bring your maximum buyout down to 600 MT, man. Just keep refreshing, snipe absolutely anything that pops up, and then check its price and sell it for whatever it's going for. You can see any card in this game, on this filter, end game, invincible, doesn't matter, man. You can see it on this filter. This is a great filter to work on pack days, man. So spend some time on here if you're really low on MT and you need to get some good snipe. Another great filter that is back and popping is the small forward Jazz filter, man. If you remember it, you remember it, man. Put your position in small forward, put your color to dark matter. You want to set your team to the Utah Jazz, man. You're gonna raise your maximum buyout up until you find the cheapest Lauri Markkanen on your console, man, which is going for about 10,000 MT. Again, I strongly recommend you scroll on the cheapest Markkanen, grab him for about 7,000 MT and below. And then if AK-47 Andre Kirilenko pops up for any price point on your scroll, grab him because he is still selling for about 19,000 MT, man. Work this filter. Lauri's been popping up a lot, guys. The next filter we're gonna go over is the 500 max bid filter, man. What you want to do is put your color to dark matter. You're gonna come down here, put your maximum bid to 500 and your minimum buyout to 100,000, man, and just keep refreshing. This is like the enable filter. However, right now, because packs just dropped, man, it's going to be a bit of a struggle. You need a friend to help you or a second console, man. You want to go through and bid all of these, and when you bid on them and somebody comes through and then outbids you, they come off of your scroll. See how that Tracy McGrady is gone? Sadly, it's a bit of a long scroll right now. In a couple hours, it'll go back to less of a scroll where you can probably work it and just, bid on a few cards, man. But go through, bid on all these, have somebody outbid you, outbid yourself on another console, man. Bid 550. And then this is one of the best filters. It's just like the enable filter. However, you do not need to buy any cards, man. Right now, it's not really workable on Xbox. It's like a 10 scroll without a friend or somebody to help you outbid on those cards. But you can go through, bid all on them, and then just wait for yourself to get outbid, and then you can come back and check the filter, man. This is a great filter to work tonight over the weekend, man. So spend some time on here. The next filter we're gonna go over is the Invincible Eastern filter, man. This is how you can snipe invincibles if you don't want to enable any of them. Put your theme to Invincible, put your conference to Eastern. You're gonna put your minimum buyout to 500, man, and just keep refreshing. However, you do want to be suspect of Danny Granger, man. Make sure you monitor his pricing. He's going for like 130. There's a couple other cards. Evan Mobley, probably not a snipe as well, man. Pretty much everybody else on here is selling for profit, man. So just watch out for Danny Granger. Is Yeah, just Danny Granger, man. You can see a lot of great cards on this filter. However, just be suspect of Danny Granger. Monitor his price whenever you go to get on this filter. See if he is selling for profit still, or if he's just ending for a 100K bid, man. Also wanted to reference, man, Invincible enabled filter. What you want to do, put your theme to Invincible. I wish I didn't reset that, man. Put your theme to Invincible. You do need to raise your minimum buyout or your minimum bid up depending on your console, and you might also need to work a scroll. Try minimum buyout 100K. The key is to get less than 80 cards up here when you search, man. So Invincible, 100,000 minimum buyout. Search before you enable. You got to buy all these cards to work this. Curry, Jalen Williams, all them. But you want to count through here, 2, 4, 6. Just scroll through all the way to the 24-hour mark. Count and see if there's less than 80 cards up. If there is less than 80, you're good to go. Go ahead and turn on enabled and you're working. If you need to, if you're on PlayStation, man, try and raise your minimum bid to 100K with your minimum buyout to 500. That should lower the amount of cards as well, so you'll be at less than 80 hopefully. If not, you need to find a card to leave out of your collection, like say Walker Kessler with a 100K bid. See if there's just a few of them up so you can scroll through them. Give this a try, man. It's gonna be a good filter today as well. And of course, we do got to go over the end game filter, man. Set your theme to end game. Put your minimum buyout to 500, man, and just keep refreshing on here. As of right now, all the end games are still snipes on Xbox at 3:45 p.m. on Friday. However, make sure you guys check the price of like Paolo and KD before you start working this, because they are in the free option pack for grinding all the all-time spotlights, and they are getting pretty cheap, man. So just check and make sure they are still selling for profit. Otherwise, you want to avoid those cards and snipe out every other end game, man. Paul George, Luca, Devin Robinson, if I can speak, I apologize. Whoa. Snipe those cards, man. Just monitor the pricing of this. But this is a very active filter today. I actually got a Paolo snipe my very first refresh this morning, live on stream on the endgame filter. It was crazy. And of course, the last filter we're gonna go over, we're gonna give you guys a working scroll on Xbox, man. What you want to do is take Paul Pierce out of your collection, DeMar DeRozan, some Kevin Looney, and Jalen Brunson out of your collection. These 4 cards, the other ones I just have out for the Rockets enable filter. Jalen Brunson, Kevin Looney, DeMar DeRozan, and Paul Pierce. You're gonna come over here, put your color to dark matter, raise your minimum bid up to 100K. And again, this is for the dark matter enable filter, so you need to buy every dark matter that is a buyout on your console, man. Boogie's not really a snipe. However, I do not think this is worth it unless you spend a lot of time on the filters every day. It's not really worth it, man. Just sit on the different filters other than that. But this is a working scroll on Xbox. If anyone can leave one in the comments, I would appreciate it. That is it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, man. Let's get the likes up to 200 likes on this video, man. If you guys want to see the best snipes of the week that we dropped on Wednesday, man, click the video that's popping up on screen. Jay Grinds out.